Hello friends, this is Rishi Gupta and today I'm here to discuss the ending of the season 3 of the Netflix show Dark, which recently ended. So guys, I'll break it down as simple as I can. So basically now we know that H.G. Tannhaus in the origin world. So now we know that there are three worlds. One is the origin world, other are two worlds that are created as a consequence of the time travel experiments conducted in the origin world by H.G. Tannhaus. So what happens is H.G. Tannhaus's family, his son, his daughter-in-law, his granddaughter die in a car accident. And now H.G. Tannhaus has taken upon himself to build a time travel machine so that he can go back and bring his family, or save his family from that accident. So now what happens is while he is conducting his experiments with time travel, when he switches on the machine, it does not work in the intended way, but what it does is creates two alternate realities or two worlds. Let's call them world A and let's call them world B. So world A is where primarily Jonas operates and world B is where primarily Eva slash Martha operates. So the entire show is mainly conducted or mainly shown in world A, where Adam is the supreme leader of the cult organization that manages time travel. So again, here we come to know that these people were until now unaware of what was happening, that there were these time loops in both of these worlds that were repeating themselves one after the other. The end is the beginning is the end, and this was supposed to happen until eternity unless someone does something about it. So in world A, in Adam's world, we come to know that Adam wants to basically destroy this knot or destroy the loops so that he can enter, or everyone can enter, the paradise that he feels is basically death or not existing. Once the knot is broken, once the loop is broken, everyone is free of this suffering that keeps on happening again and again and again. And let's face it, almost all the characters in Winden are suffering through all the time loops. So Adam's objective is to break the time loop and basically achieve salvation for everyone in death, or rather in not existing. Now in the second world where Martha is operating, Martha knows that the origin of this world is her child. So the child that Martha from world B and Jonas from world A, Adam's world, come together and conceive is called the unknown. So unknown is at the center of all of the mess that is being created. So unknown, rather the mess, or rather the family tree, the conflicting paradoxes in the family tree are created with unknown at its center. So unknown basically gets together with Agnes Nielsen, and they give birth to Tronte. Tronte marries Jana Nielsen and gives birth to all of these people, Ulrich and Mads. So Mads goes missing, Ulrich marries Katharina, and they have their family further. So that is how unknown is at the center of this knot, where all the family tree, at least that is related to these loops, are starting. So that is why Eva wants to preserve the loop, because the loop starts with unknown, who is her son. So she does not want to see her son killed. That is why she instructs the unknown, which come in the sets of 3, to do everything they can to keep the loop going, and everything has to happen exactly the way it has always happened. So they are killing people, they are forcing people to do what they want to, the unknown, that is, so that they can keep the loop going. So this is where the two worlds differ. Adam is trying to break the loop, Eva is trying to maintain the loop. So now what happens is, eventually these people realize, or rather Adam realizes, and again the realization comes because Claudia tells him that there is another world, which is the origin world, where all of this has started, and killing the unknown is not going to do anything for breaking the loop. And Adam basically wanted to kill Martha and the unknown that was yet to be born inside of Martha, and he believed that once he killed the pregnant Martha, all the two worlds would disappear, but that does not happen. And Claudia tells Adam that if he has to destroy these loops or these two worlds that exist parallelly, he has to basically get Jonas and Martha into the origin world and stop the accident that happens to H.G. Tannhaus's son, daughter-in-law and granddaughter, so that H.G. Tannhaus does not experiment with time travel. So this is how Adam realizes that this is what needs to be done. And then he instructs Jonas to take Martha and go to the origin world. And now how this happens, because again, so for this to happen, they have had a convenient explanation. What exactly happens is, at the time of the apocalypse, there is a moment where time stands still, and the characters or the people in those worlds can do what they want, and they are not bound by any fate or anything that they must do. And at this moment, Adam instructs Jonas to take Martha and travel to the origin world. So this is how the Martha from world B and Jonas from world A go to the origin world and stop the accident from ever taking place. And H.G. Tannhauser's family is preserved, and the accident does not happen. H.G. Tannhaus does not experiment with time travel, and all of these two worlds disappear altogether. Martha and Jonas disappear from these particular worlds, disappear altogether. And now what is important here is that you know that all the people who were born out of this unknown or this not disappear, and they do not exist in the origin world. So namely, everyone who is part of the family tree that began with unknown, the Ulrich Nielsen, Mads Nielsen, Jonas, Martha, all of these people exist because there were time loops, because there were paradoxes, because there was the unknown at the center of the knot who gave birth to the entire family tree. So they don't exist in the origin world. That is why in the last scene of this particular season, you don't see people related to unknown in that particular scene. So you see Regina, who again existed independently of these of the unknown, and all of the other people, Wooler or Hannah or Katharina, all of these people were not part of the family tree that began with the unknown. So that is why these people can now live their lives normally without the paradoxes of time travel, without the suffering that came with time travel. Regina doesn't have cancer and all of that stuff. So everything ends and the world is normal again. So this is how this season ends, or the show ends. So now again, so I have this theory, probably I should just put it out there, that H.G. Tannhaus built a machine that has not explicitly been mentioned as a time traveling machine, but he built a machine to stop bad things happening to his family, his son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter, so that they don't meet with the accident. So I am not sure whether he was building a time traveling machine or whether he wanted to create these two worlds, and knowing that how humans operate and how their minds operate, he knew that eventually the humans in these two worlds would figure out how to break this knot by saving his son and his family. So H.G. Tannhaus basically achieved what he wanted to achieve with that machine. So I think that maybe that machine was not exactly a time traveling machine after all. So again, this is only a hypothesis. Maybe it's right, maybe it's not. So guys, thank you so much for joining me with this video. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, comment with your theories or your comments on my theories, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll be talking about a lot more in the future. Thank you so much.